everybody, welcome to Healing with Love / Healing with Numbers here on Instagram. So this is part 2. You guys were here for the shuffle portion and the song selection, so you guys get to see a little bit of how I do my the process, the behind the scenes process. Now you guys know why I don't shuffle on camera, because it takes a long time. So let's get started. Okay, I'm really excited because the songs that came through had a lot to do with the things that are going on. I mean, I'm always in awe when the cards reflect, let's say, the cards will have one card and then a card that clarifies it. It all goes together like it's part of a chain link, all connected. Every single card here was connected. I've had a theme. So letting go of old things, forgiveness, forgiving people from the past. That's been a theme. This is the big theme that's coming up this 12/21. I know today is the 12/12 gateway. I discussed a little bit about it in the shuffle, but for those of you that missed it, I'm going to talk about it again. So I said in the beginning, in the first video, that it is 12/12. So when I see 12/12, it's like 1 2 1 2. Like when you're on a microphone, you're like mic check 1 2 1 2. So I'm seeing being on a microphone, talking on a microphone, working with a microphone, or maybe something about communication, right? Because the microphone is about communication, but it's also about instruments, right? Instruments sometimes require a microphone so people can hear it better. So I'm seeing a microphone. Okay, and it's also in reference to a DJ. Right? DJs, when you go to a party or something, like they're always checking the mic, like 1 2 1 2, which song number 7 was Hey Mr. DJ. So we'll get to that. So let's start with the songs. The first song that came through was Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runner. Poor old Johnny Ray. Come on Eileen, oh I swear at this moment you mean everything. With your white dress, oh my thoughts I confess. So confessing your feelings, confessing your thoughts. Hi V, hi Kevin, hi everybody. I think this is the most viewers I've ever had on a live. I'm a little excited, guys. So I usually have maybe like 2 watchers, so this is pretty cool. Okay, so we have Come On Eileen, and anytime I think of that song, if you watch the video, they're like wearing overalls, and they're just bumming it. They're just bumming it, but they're having a good time, and this is about just having a good time. And I'm seeing the Midnight Runner. There's actually a movie called Blue Midnight. If you haven't seen, woo, somebody's out there. Somebody just lost their engine. As we're talking about Dexy's Midnight Runner, it's called Blue Midnight. Michael Shannon is in it. I think you guys will relate to it. It's about a little boy who is telepathic. He's able to, hear people's thoughts, but is also telekinesis. It's about telekinesis. So definitely seeing that movie, like maybe watching it, will help you resonate with some things. And it's also about the government wanting to experiment on him because of his abilities. So I think a lot of people, as their third eye begins to open, that's one of the things that I discussed in the first video. The fears of being controlled, or the fears of those kinds of things, right? And it's about letting go of the fear. Okay, so the next song was, by number 2, was Stranded by Alien Ant Farm. Your waves come crashing down like a semi-auto trailer. I dive so deep in the sea to avoid killer whales. A perfect moment here and gone, it has sailed. Feeling the sea beneath me, beneath you. White sand beneath my feet. So immediately I'm seeing the connection to the ocean. I'm seeing... there's another, I don't know why a lot of movies are popping up. So the movie The Abyss, if you've ever watched The Abyss, it's about ETs that live underwater. So I'm seeing something about that. But I'm seeing the feeling of feeling stranded. With this lockdown, there's a lot of places that can't travel or can't go anywhere. So maybe a lot of people are feeling that they can't go anywhere. They're feeling trapped. They're feeling stranded. They're almost feeling like somebody left them behind. And I'm hearing, now sit right back in your heel. You're a tale of a fateful ship, or a trip that started from this tropic port aboard a tiny ship. And it's interesting, if you think about Gilligan's Island and they were stranded, right? They had all this technology, but they couldn't get themselves off the island. If they would all just work together, they could have got themselves out of it, right? Sound familiar? Okay, then we have number 3, which is X Factor, and that, okay, so this reading started at, if you watched my my story, I started doing this at 12:12. Like, I looked at the clock and it was 12:12, and Let Love Rule was playing on my other phone, so that's not the phone I use for the songs, so I posted it. And you've got to let love rule. That's your emotions and your anger and all of that doesn't matter. It's all about forgiveness. It's about compassion. And so X Factor, it's by Lauryn Hill. And when I think of that song, I think about forgiving your exes. And it's about this girl, would say Lauryn Hill, who is dating this guy. And every time she tries to break up with him or leave or whatever, it's just a volatile relationship. It's trauma bonding. She tries to leave. He threatens to kill himself, and I can't live without you. And, you know, we've all been, I don't know about you guys, but I've been in those type of relationships in the past. And, I've either been either or a character on either side. You know, they're both volatile. They're both, and so this is about forgiving those exes. I know there's a lot of people that hold on to grudges or forgiveness, like they can't forgive somebody. Like, I would never forgive that person. They hurt me, or they did this, or they did that. You're just only hurting yourself by not forgiving. That's an energetic baggage that weighs you down. It almost like I can feel pain in my shoulders, in the back of my neck, my throat area. I'm just moving my arms a little bit. Having that attachment to that. So it's about letting go, cutting the cords to those type of relationships. Forgiveness. You don't have to be friends with them. You don't have to connect with them anymore. You just have to just let it go. And this is one thing that I've learned, when you tell a story to somebody about a past relationship, how do you tell it? Oh my God, you can't believe what this guy did to me. You can't believe what this girl did to me. She was this, she was that, or he was this, he was that. We want to change the story now. We want to change the narrative. We want to see it differently. This person taught me a lot. This person showed me a lot. This person taught me many things and many lessons. So you want to change the story from the victim to empowerment. Okay, so that's interesting because the portal for 1221 is a portal of the heart, the forgiveness, the compassion, the empathy, right? Okay, so that was that. Number 4, one of my favorites. I think I started, the reading was started on this song, which was Stellar by Incubus. And so I'm thinking of astral travel, which is interesting because one of the cards that we pulled was the Traveler. That's about astral travel. But it's also about space travelers. It's also about traveling out, into, if you've ever seen the show on Netflix, The Travelers, where you step into another person's body, you make a deal. Like, I felt that I've done this in my life. There's times in my life where I really wanted to kill myself, where I was at the brink of, I cannot do this anymore. And I remember just this feeling wash over me, like an energetic wash. And then all of a sudden, I felt like a whole different person. I still had memories and stuff from the past, but all of a sudden there was this stranger energy that was of a higher vibration, and I was sensing and seeing things differently with like new eyes. But yeah, look at her. She's doing a mudra. Mudras are very powerful. If you've never done, mudra, I like to do that one, right? Mudras are very powerful. You have a lot of energy at your fingertips, and it's almost like you're creating an energetic, geometric pattern with your hands, with that energy, right? So it's very powerful. Yeah, walkers. But look at how she's got her third eye is like open. It's almost like she's got it looks like she's got black tourmaline. Well, because the cards are black. But look at, she looks like she's got a crystal right on her. Boing, boing. So anyways, Stellar by Incubus is one of my favorite Incubus songs. How do you do it? Make me feel like I do. How do you do it? It's better than I ever knew. So it's being in that kind of relationship that just like, you just kindly finally feel understood. You finally feel like heard. You know. Hi Shakara. I didn't see you there. Luke. Okay, so we got number 5 was ABBA. I have a dream. I believe in angels. Do 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 do. And so the song was coming off as I pulled this card, which looks like an angel. But if you see it, it's just sacred geometry. It's just energy. But it was frequency. So you have a dream to fulfill. And by not going after the dream, you are not giving yourself, how can I say it? The gift of being able to come to earth and to follow your dreams. I mean, that's why we're here. We're here to learn, but we're also here to play and, you know, to dream. And so, okay. And that also goes with Stellar, the Incubus. Maybe a lot of people are dreaming about exes. Because I have a dream could also be in the dream state, in the astral travel state. And then number 6 was Too Lost in You by the Sugar Cubes. And that immediately is like being too lost in a relationship. You're forgetting that you have a life outside of that relationship. I got too lost in you. So it's about healthy balance and boundaries in relationships. Attachments and things like that. Don't get too lost in a relationship. Always remember you. Okay, number 7 was Hey Mr. DJ by Jeanne. There's a party over here. Oh no, a party over there. Remember parties, guys? Remember when we used to go to parties? Wasn't that fun? Man, you know, I never, I stopped going to parties a long time ago, but now that they're not allowed, I miss them. I want to go to a party. Anyway. Okay, so the Hey Mr. DJ could be in reference to a DJ, music, right? Playing music. So the next song was number 8, Distant Lover by Marvin Gaye. Distant lover, 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 lover. If you missed my shuffle, I literally was singing it like I had a microphone. Distant Lover by Marvin Gaye. So many miles away, heaven knows that I long for you every night, and sometimes I yearn through the day. Distant lover, lover. Okay, yeah, you guys know the Distant Lover song. It's one of my favorite Marvin Gaye songs. Sugar, how could you treat my heart so cruel and mean? Right? So I know that when I had my awakening, I always say that. I know when I had mine. I guess because I can only speak from my own experience, but so I always in reference it to myself, because I don't want to say that we're, you know, all having the same experience, because we all have a little bit different experience based on our collective consciousness and awareness. So when I had my awakening, I called all the exes and told them I'm sorry, and they all didn't know what I was talking about. So this is about having perspective, because we did get a card that said the perspective card. It's around here somewhere. Anyway, so perspective in relationships, distant love, etc. The other one was, and I don't know the lyrics to this song. I'm gonna have to. Somebody recently just sent it to me by Maria Uzbek. It's called Moi y Yo. So like moi, me, and you. So yo, me, because yo is me. So me and me, me. This is about you. This journey is about you. This journey is about finding your way back to you, finding your way back to your heart center, finding your way back in here. And then it's like putting on your suit again. You're going through the heart, and then you're putting your arms through the arm suit, and you're putting the thing on. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen that image with, oh, thank you. Thanks, Brett. If you guys have ever seen that image where it says you are just a being in in a human suit. You're just energy in a human suit, and it's the universe, and it's putting on a little human body. That's what I'm getting with this song. Like, you know, you are infinite, and then you just put on this little suit to walk around on Earth, right? I'm like a little robot. Okay, so then we got the final song. Number 10 was Billie Eilish, Everything I Wanted. I had a dream, I had everything I wanted. So this is about finally getting everything you want, but at a cost. Be careful what you wish for type of energy. There's a lyric that stands out that people talk about. She says, people talk about me like I'm not somebody's daughter. And yes, we have all been there. I mean, you know, especially when we're in our teen years, how we talk about others like they don't have a family. Like, especially when people go online and comment on things. So I'm going to share a personal story of that. So my sister's boyfriend a few years ago was hit by a train. He was walking his horse, and the horse got spooked by the train noise and would not get off the tracks. And so he kept trying to get him off the track, but he would not abandon the horse. So in the process of him not wanting to leave the horse behind, they both got hit by the train, and they both died. This story was all over the news for a while, and the comments that I would read from people calling him stupid, calling him this, not knowing the full story behind what happened. Not realizing that that person has a family, that person has children, that person has parents. I think that all that is opening up in people's hearts right now. A lot of people are remembering the things that they did in the past. To be careful how you talk about other people if you don't know their life story or their experiences, right? So anyways, that's what that specific part, but it's about, I had a dream, I had everything I wanted, and you can have everything you want. All you have to do is believe that you can have everything you want. Okay? So now we're gonna get to the cards. I'm just gonna run through them. I'm gonna try not to read the books because it'll take a while. So here we got the love cards over here. So immediately we got the Skull of Stars. So infinite possibilities. So when I look at this card, I think of pi. When I see the number 314, it is infinity. It is infinite. You have infinite possibilities. You have everything that you need to thrive here on Earth. You have your gifts and your talents that you were given. So, and I'm seeing the stars. Lots of stars, right? Being like, we are all stars. We are all, you know, I kind of think that stars are a reflection of us, and so we shine, and then it reflects out into the universe, and it shines back, and it takes time for that to reflect back to us. But I feel that we are all stars. We all have infinite possibilities. Okay. We got, I love it. So number 30. This is magical space clearing time, and it's the two little witches. So immediately when I see this card, I'm seeing the little witches with their little witch hats, but it almost looks like a little dunce cone. And the broom, so clearing up time. So definitely seeing not just energetically clearing your energetic body of trauma and releasing things, but I'm also seeing it as clearing things from your house. Like I was saying when I was shuffling about things, you know, holding on to energetic imprint. So if you have the ability, if you have, I forgot what it's called. I literally just posted it the other day. The ability to touch things and feel their history. You will be overwhelmed if you have a lot of things in your house. You'll be picking up on the energy of those things. So I always recommend that when you're going through your awakening to really release all those things that no longer, like, even if you have a sentimental, especially if you have a sentimental emotional attachment to something, to let it go. Because if you have a lot of things around you that have an energetic imprint, let's say you have, you know, something that your grandma gave you and it belonged to her grandmother, and every time you go around it, you feel this heavy energy, but you don't throw it away or you don't give it away because it used to belong to your great-great-grandma, right? So this is like saying, maybe it's time to let it go. The attachment to it, let it go, and you'll feel a lot lighter because it holds on to that stuff. Yeah, just anything, right? Anything that has a, especially if you're from a volatile family, if you had a volatile family relationship, and you hold on to things, you know, from the past like that, it's really heavy. And so when you let go of those things, it really allows the crown chakra to open up even further. There was a card, see, if you look at the skull of stars, see how it's got like the big illumination behind it, right? Okay, so I'm seeing releasing things, right? And I'm seeing two, the power, like two little witches. So coming together, two little witches. I'm seeing twins. Twins, and it's the number 3 and 0. So 3 is the master number of communication and creativity. So I'm seeing 0 is the universe. So communicating with the universe, synchronicities and signs and synchronicities coming through. Okay, now we've got Snow White and her animal friends. You inspire confidence, trust and confidence. I love this because it's number 9. See, the completion of a cycle. We do have a lot of 9s in here, so I'm seeing a completion of a cycle coming through. Whoa, no. It's starting to get windy. Let's move this over here. Okay, so, you know, Snow White, she was in her slumber, and it wasn't until the prince came and gave her a kiss that she was able to wake up. The kiss of life, right? What woke her was deep love, is what I'm seeing. So that's what woke her, was this deep love woke her. Not necessarily the prince itself, but the prince, to me, metaphorically represented love. So what wakes us from our coma? Love. And you inspire trust and confidence. So a lot of people, and I'm seeing this in like animals, a lot of animals, it's almost like you are Snow White when you're in nature and stuff, and like this, you know, the Snow White. But I'm definitely seeing a lot of gentleness because we've got 2 deers that came through in this reading. So I'm seeing like deer, and I'm seeing the gentleness of a deer, and I'm seeing the little squirrel, so squirreling away things for the winter type of energy. Like we don't know what's coming up next, so we're going to try to save a little bit, but not fearfully, right? Just knowing that we're just going to be saving a little bit because we don't know what's coming next, so we want to be prepared. So it's not saying it's just saying don't go out and splurge because we don't know what's coming next. So we got the number 9 there. I love this. So I love this harp. Oh my gosh. I always want to learn to play a harp. I don't know where I would buy a harp, and how difficult it is to play, but in my mind, I envision myself playing a harp. So the Book of Changes, so number 8, so definitely seeing some changes in money. So maybe we are going to be receiving some money, some sort of money is coming. And so I'm definitely seeing also writing a book. So writing something, writing a story or writing information, but I'm seeing a lot of writing. And that's based on creativity and communication, right? So this book, that you're writing, or this thing is going to change your life. All you got to do is write it. All you got to do is pull out your pen and start writing, or pull out your laptop or your phone, wherever you write, and start writing. People want to hear your story. Like you have a story to tell. And a harp. Actually, I want to see what the Kuan Yin card says. I don't think I've pulled that card before, so whenever I haven't pulled something, I like to read it with you guys. So just like beautiful but unusual melody, the divine plan is unfolding through your life. Although it isn't always predictable, Kuan Yin is guiding you in the right direction. Even if you do not fully understand what is happening in your life right now, allow Kuan Yin to bless you with trust in the unfoldment of your own divine path. The Book of Changes is always at play, helping us find our way. You are just taking a smarter route to your destination. Wait a minute. Isn't there a show with the witches? Because here we got the 2 witches. The 3 witches. It used to be on Channel 5 with Shannon Doherty back in the day. What is the name of that? Anyways, they had a book that they would always read from, like the Book of something. I think it was the Book of Changes. Anyway. But when I see changes, right, that's magic. The Book of Magic, the Book of Transformation. So, learning something, right? I love this. Just like an experienced guide on a mountaintop, Kuan Yin has traversed the spiritual path over many lifetimes to arrive at her enlightened and compassionate state. So it took a lot of lifetimes to arrive at this state of compassion for everything and everybody, right? A lot of lifetimes. Okay, So I said I didn't want to read from the book too much, so I'm going to move that aside. Charmed. Yes, charmed. Thank you guys. Yeah, so charmed. The charmed life, semi-charmed life. Okay, so we're moving. Wait, I want to save these for the end because these are the high vibrational cards. Okay, so I'm gonna go this way. This is how I pulled the cards out. So we got the Magician. We were discussing the Magician when I pulled this card. You know, it's the number 1, so a new beginning. So I'm seeing a new magical beginning. People are awakening to the magic of the world around them. I love this leopard. Ooh, I just got the chilly chills. And he's standing on a pentacle. All right, he's standing on a pentacle. He's like, he has the power to manifest abundance. He has the power to manifest with the universe around him, with earth, wind, fire, water, air, with, you know, the ethers. So I love that. And it looks like he's going into a portal. Like, he's like, all right, I'm looking back at you guys. See you bitches later. I'm out of here. Like, he's ready to go through the portal and use his magic on the other side. Like, he's ready. No, he didn't say see you bitches later. That's not how he talks. Okay, I actually want to just read the little Wild Unknown. I really like what she writes. It's very fast stuff, and it's slightly different than, you know, the way she words it is nice. So, self-empowerment and action. The Magician is a card of boundless, expansive energy. Whereas many of the major arcana deal with stillness or aspects of the mind, this card is all about action, action, action. It's time to see yourself as the wildcat. Embrace his speed, grace, and abilities. Focus on your abilities. Focus on your abilities. From the Houdini song, from the Foster the People song, Houdini. Focus on your abilities. Don't be afraid to begin. You have the power of all 4 elements within your reach. Now is the time to use them. And not just 4 elements, 5, because we're also harnessing spirit realm. So the magic of the number 5. Okay, so, and infinite abundance. Look there's infinity again. Infinite possibilities. That goes with the Skull of Illumination card. The Skull of Stars. Okay. Here we go. So, love it. So I always call this the 11 card because he's got the horns, the magical horns, walking through the gateway of his little horns, right? It looks like the fire is behind him. He is this flame of fire, right? Deek, number 15. And it was actually right after that was 16. So ascending, right? 6 and 7, moving on up to the east side. So Deek is a number 6, which is all about nurturing and balancing yourself, nurturing your abilities, right? But it's also about gentleness. So being gentle with yourself, being gentle in this journey, not beating yourself up about this. I've been sensing a lot of anger, like even little things, like you accidentally drop something, or you stub your toe, and you're like, fuck. And just because it's all this like pent up energy from our past, that these little things are bringing them up, and it's almost an overreaction. Like I'm seeing, like stubbing your toe and just overreacting. So I'm definitely seeing that. So gentleness, and the Deek is very powerful. So his horns are very magical. Anytime I see a creature with horns, it always represents magic to me. And there's 2, so definitely seeing twin energy, because we got twin and twin. So far we've got 2 twin cards, twin flame cards. Focus on your ability. I was going to read that, but I'm not going to read that. Okay. But there's one that I was going to read, and hold on. Here it is. It says, "Hey you." There's a 311 song called "Hey You." You draw such pictures in my mind. Okay. So it says, "Hey you. We'd like to interrupt this oracle deck with a very important announcement. There is nothing to fear. Every single thing that looks ominous is but an illusion. It has no power." Can I get an amen? Hi, Gabby. It's been a while. Okay, so If it looks ominous but an illusion, it has no power. Zip, not a zilch. It's time to look your fears straight in the eye and call them out as the insignificant posers they really are. Okay, guys, so what was I saying at the beginning of the reading about when your third eye opens, that these things that you're seeing are just an illusion? They're not real. So if it's something very scary, just know that it cannot hurt you. It's not real, right? I love that came through, and it's number 7, which is truth. You'll know when something is not, if it's not of a higher vibration, it's an illusion to scare you, to keep you in that low vibrational state. So, and the number 16 always pops up. I always see the number 616. And at first I equated it to my sister because that's her birthday. But then I saw this movie called ARQ on Netflix. And it is about, in the movie, they keep resetting the clock at 616. They keep doing things the same way over and over and expecting different results. And so they keep having to relive the same life every day. Does that sound familiar, guys? Like what's happening right now with the COVID, right? So this is like saying right now is a time to break those cycles, break those patterns of the things that you are repeating over and over, that you have the cycle and the pattern that you have broken that's no longer useful. I love that card. And I love that the solar, it's like, look at this beautiful flame. Looks like the sun, right? It's like zig, zag, zig. So solar plexus chakra, your power center, right? You have the power. You have the power to change what's happening, right? Oh, right. I'm actually going to pull another one of those later, but let's just keep going. So here we go. We got the goat, the greatest of all time. We got more spiral magical horns. Act from your innate wisdom. Archangel Perlimayak and Pan, God of Nature. So we got 2 different nature cards. So I know that we got Nature 74 here. So the year 74 can be significant. But it's 11. So we had 11 over here as well with the little thing. So I'm seeing 11, 11. 11 energy. So maybe you know somebody who's a life path 11, or maybe you have life path 11 in your chart. But both these cards are about connecting to nature. All right. And here I'm seeing not only the heart chakra and the green the nature, right? But I'm seeing the purple represented in third eye and the crown chakra. So connecting that, and I talk about this all the time. See how these spirals, right? So think of that as like the energy, right? So connecting to earth and then the sky, and then you are the vessel that it comes through, right? And everything goes through you. So working on that heart chakra, because I'm definitely seeing a lot of people need to connect with nature right now. Oh my gosh, I love this. I never noticed this before. But look at the little baby goat. He's got this like beautiful orb. Look at that little tiny orb. It's rainbow. So I'm seeing that rainbow energy around children, like that rainbow, the rainbow bridge, right? The rainbow consciousness energy. Wow. I love the little goat. And I said I wasn't going to read the decks, but good golly. Sometimes, well, these are new decks, and I really want to see what they got to say about it. So when you choose this card, your guidance is to be free and independent within the nurture of a loving, caring family or community. Yes, guys, finding your soul tribe, finding your soul family. If you feel misunderstood, remember that you carry in your aura light and wisdom that are not always recognized. You carry in your aura light and wisdom. They should have put a comma there. You carry in your aura light and wisdom that are not always recognized and visible by others. But some people will see your light. Some people will see you, right? So do any menial tasks that come your way graciously, for this is a part of life on earth. And it's on page 55. Once again, another one. You are invited to look at the circumstances of your life and challenging situations from a higher perspective. This will bring you much peace and enable your innate qualities of love, loyalty, and caring to develop. When you can do this, your essential wisdom will shine through. You will be acknowledged by those around you. Recognize who you are, and many will be drawn to your energy. Oh my goodness, yeah, so if you're watching this right now, that message is for you. You don't recognize your light and how amazing you are because you see yourself every day. It's almost like a person, like when a person is aging, they don't see themselves aging. It isn't until somebody else points out, oh, I haven't seen you in forever. You look so different. You don't see how you've changed or how you've evolved, but other people do, and you glow, and you are this beautiful, shining light, and this very open heart. So that, a lot of people, some people can't see that because they have to be at that level to be able to see that. And if they can't see it, that's okay, because there's somebody out there who sees your light. So always remember that. And yeah, look at the card that's next. Just be yourself, as I'm talking about that. Look at that little guy. He doesn't even have a saddle. He don't care. He doesn't care. He's gonna hurt his butt. He's gonna ride that horse. He doesn't care. Oh my gosh. And there's two bunnies there. So there's a lot of twin energy. You're a great person. Enjoy being yourself. So look at him. He's following that dove, right? That dove represents peace. He's following that. He's following the dove. He's riding, letting the white horse lead him. The white horse represents peace to me, purity, purification. He's just himself, and he's embraced and acknowledged by the universe for just being himself. I love that. And look at this. Up the mountain, there's this beautiful castle right there. He's down here. He's going this way. Because sometimes it's not about the castle, it's about the journey. Maybe he's already been to the castle, and now he's like, okay, now I'm out of here, guys. I want to go see what else is around. What else is happening in the world? Okay, here we go. Perspective. Oh, okay, this goes with the just be. I was telling you guys in the beginning that all the cards were coming together. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. So that really goes, see how they're both, like the castle is way back there, and see how Earth is way back there. So when you're zooming out, and you zoom out from, let's take anything for example. Let's say you're looking at a photo on a JPEG, right, on a computer. When you zoom in all the way, you don't see anything, right, because it's all just pixels. But then as you zoom out, you see the bigger picture, and you, oh, okay, I see now. So sometimes we're too close to a situation to be impartial or to not have an opinion. So this is about zooming out from your connection with it, so you can see the grander picture of what's happening. In the grand scheme of life, none of this matters. All that matters is love. All that matters is your friends and the people that you love, and your memories of them, and everything else is just an illusion in a sense, right? Okay, so you're blossoming. You're blossoming. I love that came through also with you're a great person. Enjoy being yourself. You're finally starting to be yourself. It says you're just getting started. So have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. So I love that she's blooming. I've been getting a lot of white energy. So the purification process, right? She's blooming. She's like, she went through all that mud, and she's finally hitting the sun. And as soon as she touches the sun, it's like, ooh, and she opens up. Look at her. And it looks like she's got a little white hoodie on. You're just getting started. So have patience with yourself. You're blossoming. You are blossoming. You are blooming. You are finally getting your footing. I know it's difficult right now with what's going on with the COVID and all this stuff, but I'm sticking with my vision that I saw. Even though, whoa, somebody's in a hurry. I'm sticking with my vision of what I saw and how I saw the world, how it's going to unfold. And I'm even though the world around me is trying to say, no, that's not true, that's not happening, I'm holding that vision. I'm going to continue to hold the vision of truth, integrity, and love, and seeing peace on earth. I'm holding this vision. So let's see. Oh, and I love it. So look at that. Prayer. I don't know, maybe you've been praying for something. If you've been praying for something, I'm definitely seeing it coming to fruition, because the Magician card and the infinite possibilities are all about magic and opportunities and job opportunities, right? So the vision I had was, Gabby asked, what is the vision that I had? This was back in 2017 when I first had my third eye first awoke, and I saw, all the dimensions, but I saw what was going to happen now, what was currently happening now. And then it just kept showing me that I just had to continue having faith that the vision that was going to be shown to me was going to be the reality. And it was, a lot of people were wearing white, which is interesting that a lot of white is coming through, representing purity. They have been purified. So what's happening right now is the purification process, the ascension. Everybody that's meant to go is going to go, and everybody that's meant to stay is going to stay. And they're going to rebuild this earth. In new ways. So a lot of truths are being revealed that have been hidden for a long time. And I remember a lot of kids were online doing online schooling, and there was a teacher, and he was all wearing all white, and he was teaching the kids, and they were all wearing all white as well. So it was kind of like interesting. And he was talking about love and how with love, we overcame everything that happened. He was almost talking about like something that had already happened, and he was discussing it with the class, like this is what happened back then, which is referring to now, and he was explaining that whole process of how we got through it was love. Everybody had to open their heart and have compassion and empathy. Everybody had, to do this, and so that's the vision that I keep holding on to. And he kept saying that things were going to go back to a natural way of being. So it was very interesting. Yeah, look at that, guys. Charity. So prayer and contemplation, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. So what I immediately love about this card is she's got these beautiful roses on her head, and the veil, if you look at the veil, it's off her face. So the veil, I always talk about the veil being lifted and removed, being able to see intuitively things that other people can't see. And sometimes when they can't see what you're seeing, they'll make you feel like you're crazy because they're not seeing what you see, and that's okay. So if let's take a deaf person or a blind person, right? Just because they can't see what we see doesn't mean that it's not there, right? It's there, they just can't see it. So I'm seeing that a lot of people are finally beginning to see, and with love, because look at this pink, all this pink. So that's all about empathy, compassion, the heart chakra, right? So definitely seeing that, and praying for. I'm almost seeing like people are praying for what's happening right now, and it's not just about prayer, but it's also about visualization and visualizing it and seeing, because we are all magic manifestors. All of us together imagining, think of the song by John Lennon, Imagine. If we all imagine an optimistic outcome, this is what we're going to receive. But so many people are stuck in fear, and the robots are going to take over, and this vaccine has a chip, and just so many fears that they're not allowing their intuition to truly speak with them, to really show them what's really happening. And it's not my place to tell them either. So I just got to continue holding my vision of what I'm seeing and let everybody else experience their journey as well. But I love this charity. So this also telling me about maybe holiday charities, like Skid Row, like feeding the homeless, or like children that don't have food right now with the holidays. Kids aren't getting presents and things like that. So maybe you've been wanting to, help a little bit in whatever way that you can. Maybe you've been feeling that charity. So, oh, thank you. She's pretty. Okay, and I love it. Stand your ground, mountains. Oh, as I'm talking about, hold your vision, stand your ground. What you believe, stick with what feels good, feels right. Don't listen to the news. The news is there to kind of scare you. The amount of discrepancies I see in different news articles here and there. So I try not to watch the news anymore. I just meditate, and then whatever comes to me. It's almost like I hear somebody say something and I immediately have a bullshit meter, like, oh, that's bullshit. So you guys have that ability to know when something is bullshit, when something doesn't feel, you can feel it in your body. You can feel it as a lie. Like, that's not real. So we're moving mountains. If you look at it, we're moving mountains. And this is like, if you see the reflection of the mountain down here, so balance. I'm seeing a lot of balance is happening. And this is reminding me of the Good Charlotte song, Mountain. I talked about this. Did I talk about it in my last reading? Yeah, I said that when I won my car, Good Charlotte went up to play a song, and they were playing the song called Mountain. And I just started crying. And it said, all my life I wasted chasing shallow dreams. So here I am. Let me lift you up and show you this world over me. Oh my goodness. That's one of the cards, right? Right here. This goes with this one. Let me lift you up and show you this world over me. And all I have and whatever, I can't compare to the love that you can give to me. So nothing matters but the love, right? Nothing, yeah, the whole thing about well, how are we going to eat? The way that we were meant to eat to begin with, the way we were meant to feed each other was through the barter system. We'd have farms, and we've lost that natural way of living with nature that we used to. We didn't have to rely on grocery stores and these businesses to provide us food. We were able to provide that for ourselves. So maybe it's time to start your own little garden of herbs and veggies if you can. Even if you have a small space, you can have like a little window box or something, right? Definitely seeing that connecting back to the natural way of living, just in case something, God forbid, the grid stops working and we can't get to food or things. We'll have our own sustenance to provide us for. Frankie don't want to hear about it. Okay, so look at this. Release the past. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. So that came through with the two cards, the just be yourself and the other card, right? So it's talking about be yourself, right? Release what isn't making you yourself. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So when I first started the channel, I was saying this in the shuffle portion. I was very serious. Like if you watch my readings, I was always very serious. And then something just was like, well, that's not me. I'm not a very serious person. So I started being more myself. In the process of being more myself, I have lost interaction. You know, a lot of people stopped watching the videos, or a lot of people stopped liking the posts and whatever. But it's not about the likes or how many people. It's about just speaking my truth and being authentic, and the right people will find it. So this is about you finding doing what you love and not caring about other people's opinions of it, because you're doing it for you. So like technically this reading is for me and for you guys, right? But I'm doing it because I love to do it. So release anything that keeps you from your authenticity. And then we got courage. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. So to be yourself takes a lot of courage. To be yourself takes a lot of courage. And then we've got meditation. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. So definitely seeing, that's going to give you that perspective shift, right? That zooming out. Like we have two different mountain cards. So being on the top of the mountain and looking down to see everything and having a grounder perspective. Okay, we're almost there, guys. So I love that it says, so the desire or desire, right? Maybe there's something that you desire right now, but it says the conditions aren't favorable right now, right? So let's take, for example, something that I'm desiring, right? I wanted to move somewhere, but currently the way that COVID is happening, it's been hard finding a place within my budget and all that stuff. So I just let it go. I'm just like, well, the right place is going to find me and I'll be fine. So this is asking you to be patient. You know, with COVID right now, the things aren't favorable, but we are going to get through this, because the following card said, though the conditions aren't favorable right now and people are getting COVID and people are passing away, you are protected. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. So I'm feeling that the worst of the COVID is gone. Like we're going to be moving into 2021. Wow, it still feels so weird to say 2021. We're going to be moving into 2021, and it's going to be like almost like we were grounded, right? We were grounded right now. We're all in our house and we're grounded, and it's like saying, go sit in your corner. It's timeout time, and you think about what you did this past year or the past lifetime. Think about it, and it's about reflecting on the past with gratitude and saying, man, there's a lot of things that I took for granted, you know, concerts. Wow, I thought I'd always be able to go to concerts and, you know, things like that, right? So now this is giving us the time to sit in quiet, reflective meditation and say thank you, and I'm grateful for those things. So I highly recommend doing a gratitude note for New Year's Eve, and just all the things that you are grateful for you know, the past 20 years or 30 years, whatever your age is. The things that you've been grateful for, the lessons, the experiences, the people, and on New Year's Eve, I, you know, light it on fire. Thank you. Okay, and I love this also because look at the card. It almost looks like she's transcending the matrix. Bye-bye, matrix. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, her necklace looks like my necklace. Hey, look. Boink. Boink. Wow. Very eerie. Okay, so here we go. So we got mysticism. I love this. Look at, so we have, now I gotta count them because there's like 3 different cards that have cloaks. 1, Yeah, look at that. Oh shoot. No, look. There's more. 4 different cloaks. They're wearing little cone cloaks. She's wearing like a veil kind of cloak. She's got a shawl cloak. She's got a cloak. She's got a cloak. Holy cow. Cloak of the Illuminati, guys. If you've never heard of that book. So Mysticism. She's cloaked. Look, it almost looks like a purple, dark purple flower, or like a rose. Right? Wow. And she's got lavender shoes. Isn't that, look at those cute little lavender shoes. So definitely seeing third eye and crown chakra. I'm seeing from the bottom to the top, to the top, to the bottom. Hearing that song from 7 Minutes of Funk. Or 5 Minutes of Funk? 5 Minutes of Funk. She's going through the door. Like, see, the door is right there. And she's going to finally go through that doorway. Oh, okay. So here's the little chakra wisdom card. So thank you, Gabby. Yeah, we've got some amazing messages that are coming up for this 12/12/12/21 gateway. I was talking about a little bit about it in the beginning. You know, this is the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction. So this is the first time that they're meeting in 800 years. So it's definitely love. Jupiter's the planet of love, right? So the dark and the light are finally meeting together. They're finally merging as one. So it's pretty interesting. Pretty fascinating. Okay, so we're gonna get to mysticism here. Oh yeah. So it talks about, so you know, don't ignore the intuition. Don't ignore the signs that you see, right? If you're suspecting something, it's not you know, there's a difference between being suspicious and paranoid versus knowing. So sometimes when our third eye is overactive, we're more paranoid and suspicious. Frankie. Oh, there you are. I'm like, where did she go? Come on. Over here. Oh, you want to come up here? Come here, Mama. Come here. Yeah. Somebody just took a bath, so she's fuzzy. Say hi, guys. You sit right there, okay? Okay, so. Oh yeah, you know, I forgot that this song is about a seance. This card is about a seance. And connecting to the spirit realm. Yep, that's what I was like remembering. This is a time of trusting in the unknown. You already sense the answer, even if it is not apparent. Do not ask others what they see, for you alone can see into the heart of the matter. Trust your intuitive powers to guide you. Yes, guys. So you guys, your intuition is on point right now. You've been thinking about somebody, they call you. You've been thinking about whatever, and it appears in your reality. You're really able to. Your foresight ability is coming up, right? And she's cloaked in that purple, so definitely seeing. It almost looks like she's holding something. Such a cute card. But yeah, so I'll look at, and the keyword is courage. So we got courage twice. So don't be afraid of your intuition. Don't be afraid of your abilities, because all is exactly as it's supposed to be. Okay, so, and then now we're working on Scolasite with these were the chakra cards. So definitely seeing the crown chakra, the peace. This card, when I think about it, it almost looks like, what's that? Oh, Superman, right? The fortress place. It's like all ice. So this is about, holy cow. Oh, it looks like a swastika, which represents peace in the Buddhist terms, right? And this peace is about finding that inner peace within yourself, taking time to meditate, taking time to find your quiet space, taking time to have a quiet bath, even like a sea salt bath. I'm getting like a sea salt bath. But it's all about your crown chakra, and the crown chakra is all about your unity and connection to everything and everyone. So remembering that you are part of everything, and you are not separated, and you are not alone, and there's somebody out there who gets you. And peace is coming. And from chaos comes clarity, right? Right now everything is chaotic, but I have a lot of 9 cards here, which means that it's the end of a cycle and something new is happening. Peace is coming. And look at, celebrate your friendships. I love her. Look at her little sweet little outfit. It's orange. So this talks about honoring your friendships, being grateful. So like how I was saying to make a journal with gratitude, a gratitude journal saying I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. Maybe there's some friends that you're very grateful for, and this is about celebrating them. But this could, in my case, it would be like, so Gabby here, we would be celebrating Amy, right? So I think that when 21 comes for me, I'm hoping that I can have a celebration with my friends, because this has been a difficult year, and I think that we all want to just be around our friends, and we want to celebrate our friendships again. So I love that. And it's also about creativity and dancing and singing, anything creative, any creative project. This is talking about tapping into any of your creative abilities and talents. So, and then we got Mother, another 9 card. I was just talking about 9. Mother Moonstone, Mother Goddess. So this is about the moon goddess, right? Seeing that like moon right here, almost seeing like the moon here on your forehead. And I wasn't going to read these, but like I said, there's some of them that I'm drawn to read, and this is one of them because I want to see what the little spirit animal is. So the turtle. So turtles have been popping up a lot. Turtles have been really popping up a lot. If you look at it, it looks almost iridescent, like pinkish. And it's number 9, so the humanitarian. So tapping into your humanitarian side, because we got the charity over here. So definitely seeing a lot of humanitarianism. And this is all about emotional release. As I was talking about celebrating friendships and how I wanted to honor my friend, it's an emotional release when we get to be around our friends and we get to have moral support and we get to hug them. The healing power of a hug is something that cannot be replaced by science, medicine, anything. The healing power of the oxytocin being released through a hug. Very healing. So definitely seeing, and I'm seeing the eclipse. Something's going to be happening during the eclipse that's coming up. I think it's on the 15th. I could be mistaken, but I'm definitely seeing something. And surrendering, crying, but drinking lots of water too, because you don't want to dehydrate yourself. Okay, and then we got, oh my God, believe and you will succeed. Look at that. He's going straight into the light. He's going straight into the light. Woo! Oh wow, a little breezy wind came through. Look at that. He's on a boat. It almost looks like he's going to be beamed up by like an alien spaceship. And this talks about, so it's number 6, which is all about nurturing, which is about family, but it's also about love. So believing in love, believing that love will succeed. Love wins. All morning long, I kept hearing in my head, love wins, love wins. And I'm like, thinking about like, oh, what is that? Oh, and then I started thinking about, yeah, that's what's happening right now. Like there's fear and there's love. There's, the energy of fear, but then there's love. Love always is going to win. If you love something enough, right? Believe in it and it will succeed. And then look at truth and integrity. So, she's got somebody whispering in her ear, gossip. I'm hearing gossip, like gossiping, right? But the truth and integrity is going to come out. The truth is going to win. But I'm also seeing it's like she's almost like doesn't want to show herself. She's like, no, don't tell. But they're trying to whisper to her like, you're beautiful. That's the truth. You are beautiful. You are strong. You are compassionate. You are talented. Believe it. And she's still kind of like, I don't know about that, but you are. So this is like trying to tell you that you got to believe in yourself and believe in how amazing you are. And that's the truth. And also be in your truth and integrity, right? Always honor your truth. Always speak from your truth. And sometimes we don't want to hurt people's feelings, so we kind of sugarcoat things. But this is like letting that go, right? Okay. Oh, I love it. Look at how much water has come through, right? So I keep seeing the age of Aquarius is coming. Falling in love, or a wedding, or a proposal. The need to balance your emotions. An invitation to a social event. Oh no! Uh-oh. One of the cards got flown away. Let me go get it. Oh, Paul the this wasn't, Paul the Venetian. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to move Paul the Venetian over here. Okay, so, I love this. So look at how he has dove really deep into his emotions. So this is a person, a water. Yeah, a lot of water has been coming through, a lot of water sign. I've been keep seeing the age of Aquarius. So watering the emotions, releasing the emotions that we're holding in. I think this holding all this emotion is manifesting in different ways, whether it's angry, like snapping, being very snappy. So I'm gonna put this over here so it doesn't fly away. Whoops. Uh-oh. Oh no. My stuff's flying away. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. So this is about and look at him, he's like he's got a connection to the dolphins. Look at how the dolphin is carrying him around. So definitely seeing the connection to the ocean, a connection to the sea, and the cup being full, because look at the cup there. It's full. Okay? And then I was talking about a book being written. We got diversity here. So the Five of Scrolls. Immediately what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing books here. So we had a lot of books here. So somebody writing a book. Because there's a lot of, if you look at all the different scrolls, it's almost like different copies, different edits. Like, oh, I don't like that version. I'm going to rewrite it. Whoa. Somebody's in a hurry. And she's like reading it, and she keeps rewriting it, like editing, the editing process of a book. So definitely seeing a book coming out. 5 is all about freedom, adventure, and transformation and change. So this is a book that's going to change things. This is a book that's going to change a lot of stuff. I actually want to see what that one, 5 of Scrolls. Somebody's out and about, just on their scooter, just going crazy, going hog wild. With this card, you'll find it's time to diversify. There are many options for you to consider. Oh my God, the infinite options, the infinite possibilities that came through. Remember the 2 magician and the magician card was talking about you have a lot of options, right? So allow yourself to try new things. Go to new places, learn new subjects, break out into different directions, and meet new people too. Don't worry about scattering your energy too thin. You're in a period of expansion, so use it. Let yourself go further afield than you planned. In the end of the day, you will diversify in ways that introduce you to a whole new you. Oh my God, the whole new you. The song that came through was Moi y Yo. So just meeting yourself for the first time. Finally, hey, Frankie, don't you be eating leaves. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness, come here. Come here. Come on, up here. She's over there eating flowers. So this is talking about meeting yourself, right? Finally, and I'm seeing writing something, right? Maybe you've been writing a journal or writing something, or writing a plan. But I'm definitely seeing writing and reading a lot of books, maybe audiobooks too. But books about changing yourself, how to change, how do I overcome, these emotion things? How do I overcome these things, right? Whoa. This card just flipped over. Heartbeat. Like it flew off and flipped over. Oh my goodness, now I want to read it. It wants to come out. Your heart is as wide open as a dance club on Saturday night. Well, dance clubs are closed. So if your heart is as open as a dance club, then your heart is closed right now. Remember the old expression, I love you to the moon and back? That's how you feel about everyone. Enjoy this blissful state of love, sweet love. More is coming. Love it. And it's the number 13. The number 13 wants to say, I love you to the moon and back. That's awesome. Why is my stuff flying away? No. Okay. I love that. I love that that just came through right now. It makes sense to me. So my friend Amy, Amy Nicole 13. Okay, so here we go. We're coming to the end. We're coming to the final here. So we got the talisman. I love the talisman because I was talking about earlier about not needing protection at this moment. Whoa. Whoa. We're out in nature. Yes, and so, yeah, that was Amy's number, and the card says, I love you to the moon and back. So I love that that came through, and it's like showered. Look at, it's like purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Actually, I wanted, where's my little booklet for this? I don't know what it, like, oh, here it is. Fanny. So this is, ooh, what is this? Frequency. Sorry, everything's flying away. This is me trying to be out in nature for the first time in a while. So number 20, which is talisman. And so this is talking about, a talisman is what we use, you know, sometimes for protection and stuff. So there you go. Then that message was for you. Yep, that was her. That was definitely her. Talisman 20. So this is a very energetic mandala. This very energetic mandala is a talisman connected to your sacral and crown chakras. So the color orange. Yeah, the sacral chakra is orange. These two energetic centers are profound and important gateways, as they are doors to spiritual peace and physical love. Just like fireworks, your emotions are explosive and colorful. They might be delicate to handle sometimes, but are definitely meant to be expressed. Yes, oh, I love that. So your emotions sometimes are explosive and colorful, right? They might be delicate to handle sometimes, but are definitely meant to be expressed. You're definitely meant to express these emotions and these feelings, right? If you want to cry, cry. If you want to scream, I grab a pillow and I scream. Make each day an opportunity to bring love, peace, and compassion to the world in your own very special way. You might not always receive from where you give, but be assured that these precious treasures will echo back to you and surround your beloved home and family. So yes, as long as you continue giving love, even if it's not, if you don't see it, somebody reciprocating that love back to you, it's going to be reciprocated around you in the world around you. I love that. It's just a beautiful mandala. Okay, and then we've got, we're almost to the end here, guys. So we got frequency. I always love this card because I was saying it looked like an angel. So there's the angel, and it looks like a key. So having the key. Frequency. And this card is about, it's actually a DNA activation card, so, but I want to read real quick. 54. Beep boop ba boop beep boop beep. Here we go. Frequency. Okay, so the energy of frequency helps you remain within your own energy. Quite often we conform ourselves to others, thus raising or lowering ourselves to a frequency that isn't ours. By proclaiming your truth with love, you will start processes that may influence others. More unity will be visible. I love it. It's on page 55, so is number 1. Beautiful. So this also talks about authenticity, right? The other cards were talking about just being your authentic self, and those that are meant to gravitate towards your energy are going to gravitate towards your energy. You don't need to change for anybody, right? Sometimes, you know, especially empaths, we have a tendency to be chameleons. We can be around somebody that is, yeah, look at that. It does, huh? It does look like a... So, yeah, the divine feminine rising. Good point, Gabby. Yeah, the divine feminine rising. That's what's happening on Earth right now. The feminine energy is coming up finally. You know, we've been living in this masculine energy for so long, and now the nurturing mother energy is finally trying to, is being, you know, it's appearing. It's coming up. It's rising. Very good point. Thank you. Okay, and then we got, so I love this, another 9. So we got 9. A lot of 9 here. Greater cycles. And let's see, this is from the Mayan Oracle, so I'm just going to read a little bit of the number 9 here. So we know that number 9 is about the humanitarian. It's from chaos comes clarity. So from all that's happening right now, it's going to be cleared away. Ooh, here comes another gust of wind. Okay, so completion, this is the completion of something, right? Expansion, mastery, larger cycles of time, fulfillment, and grand design. So yes, definitely, it's definitely going to purify. We got all these white cards. If you notice, there was a lot of like white energy, the white flowers in one with the pink. So definitely seeing that purification. Finally, we're finally going to have the honoring of the feminine. So 9 is the ray of greater cycles, the foundation of self, opening to the 4 points of measure and cycle. It is a grand design, the unfolding order of the large pattern. You are the humanitarian whose being unfolds the larger pattern of the new world. What is it that you are being asked to complete? Can you see the clues to the cycle of completion? As you expand, shed old patterns that do not support your growth. Oh, I love that. Because that's all it's been talking about, is shedding and releasing and letting go. Shedding and releasing and letting go of the things that no longer serve us. Shedding and releasing of the past. Shedding and releasing of old limited beliefs, friendships, people, jobs, things like that that are no longer aligned with who we truly are. Okay, because look at, then we got Fire Dragon. Number 7. So number 7 is all about truth. It's about introspection. It's about faith, having faith. Dragons are fourth dimensional elementals. They can access and transmute heavy vibrations that angels cannot reach. Archangel Gabriel oversees Thor and his fire dragons. You are asked to send out fire dragons supervised by Gabriel to consume negativity in places. Hey, Archangel Gabriel, Gabriel. To consume negativity in places and auras. Then ask Gabriel's and angels to replace the lower energies with the shimmering diamond of pure light. Pure gold white light. Call on Fire Dragon to transmute any stuck energy in your own aura and to light you up at a higher frequency. Frequency, guys. There's the frequency card. I know, Ana Gabriel. So there it is. Archangel Gabriel. I invoke fire dragons to clear my path to ascension. Okay. And then the card that flew off the table that the wind blew was Paul the Venetian. The great master Paul is a Chohan of the third ray. He lifts people's spirits and sets their soul free to create beauty and inspiration through music and art, and also in practical ways. So I think that's yours, Veronica, Rare Free Soul. Right before you came on, this card flew out of the wind blew all my stuff and the card flew out. And it immediately says Rare Free, it says Soul Free. So this card encourages you to communicate your essence by writing, painting, or any heartfelt manner. Call on Master Paul to help you express your visions, and he will co-create them with you. These visions will hold such light that people will be touched by them, thereby accelerating the plan for Earth. Paul carries the flame of liberty and is helping to set you free. The affirmation is, I express myself creatively and harmoniously. I love that. Paul the Venetian, number 37. Number 9, 9. I have like 5 different 9 cards. So the completion of a cycle. From chaos comes clarity, humanitarianism, charity. We are here to help each other, to lift each other up. And then the final closer cards. So sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. I love that. Look at that purple. Purple rain again, guys. Purple rain. Look at this, has purple rain too. There's 3 purple rain cards. Prince is here. He's making his appearance. I love that because look at, then we got work on your partnerships. Give your relationships a chance. So you have partnerships that you're working on. They are sacred in nature. They are here to I'm seeing like partnerships, like creative partnerships that are going to actually help to uplift humanity. So definitely seeing the letting go of the old. This is what's happening. The 1212 portal is the 1212, creativity, right? New beginnings with creativity and harmony with others and partnerships. So it's 33, master number of enlightenment. So finally being enlightened, the veil being lifted off your eyes and being able to see the truth. And I'm just going to do one of these T cards and we're out of here. Oh my God. Wow. Whoa. This isn't me because I don't have any relationships that need reconciliation, but I'm seeing that maybe somebody needs forgiveness, whether this is family, a friend, or somebody needs forgiveness. And then we got the pineapple. So I'm seeing Hawaii. Solar plexus energy. Have you guys ever seen how pineapples grow? They are so cute. But anyways, I'm seeing like Dole pineapple. And then, a dark woman. Deal in a relationship with a woman with dark hair. So maybe there's going to be a reconciliation with somebody, a friend or somebody. You know, this is about forgiveness, right? We want to forgive people and let go, and this is a time to finally expand our hearts. The divine feminine rising. So the feminine is all about compassion and nurturing. And this is just about letting shit go anymore, right? Our logical mind wants to replay things over and over and repeat cycles over and over. But now we're exiting that matrix. We are leaving that matrix and we're moving into this new energy of love, of peace, of harmony. And I'm holding that vision. That's the vision that I see, and that's what I'm going to hold, and that's it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I will put the song listing and all that as soon as I upload this to the YouTube. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I love you guys all. Namaste.